Oh, let me flip the camera. I think this might be a better view. So, I am Kimberly Lachelle, and I am the owner, operator, and editor-in-chief of speedbeautiful.com. We write about cars, and we help moms and families find the car of their dreams in just a few simple clicks. Well, so I'm starting this series called Rant. Things that I kind of think of in the car and things that people tell me about, and really some of the coaching that I've received. So, okay, so driven versus bitchy. Which one are you? And how do you know which one you are? All right, so I am going to get really transparent on this particular Periscope. So, bitchy. I'm going to start with bitchy first. About 10 years ago, I was a young corporate America, driven girl, smarter than everybody in the room, and I had all of the answers, and everybody was just kind of there as accessories in my world, right? Wrong. Well, I worked in corporate America, right? So this particular market segment of corporate America, there weren't a lot of black girls in this segment. It was HRIT. So I worked at this company where, most of the girls and guys at the company came from these, wonderful schools. I worked with graduates from Tech and from Yale and all this type of stuff. And with a certain type of worker, depending upon where they have acquired their degree, comes a certain attitude. Well, of course, that didn't matter to me. That actually made me a little bit more bitchy. But my shining attribute was that I killed it at work, right? And so oftentimes when you are right, or when you do well, or when you perform well, or when you are an excellent competitor, there's something in your mind that automatically marries that competitiveness with arrogance. All right, give me some hearts if you can identify with this, or if I'm hitting the right spot, okay? So with a strong competitor comes, hey guys, give me some hearts. Thank you. So with a strong competitor often comes the mindset of arrogance and a lack of humility, right? So I was that person. And so when it came time for reviews, I knew I was going to nail it, right? Wrong. I got in the review room and at that point in time, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with what 360 reviews are, but it's when not only your managers review you, but also your peers and the people that report to you, they review you. So I had some direct reports, I had some peers, and I had some managers, and I was just excited for my review because I knew I was the shit. I killed it at work. And what happened in that review is I sat down and I talked with my manager, and she went through all of my performance related items, and then she got to perception, and she got to works well with others, just the basics, the playground basics. And what I discovered in that moment over 10 and a half years ago, well, almost 12 years ago, was that it didn't matter how great I did my job. If I was a stark raving bitch, I couldn't garner the type of acceptance and influence that one would need to properly navigate through life. And that's all I'm saying is that bitchy is good and great, and sometimes it does get the job done, but at the end of the day, relationships is how we navigate through life, right? Give me some hearts if you believe me. Okay, so relationships is how we navigate through life. And I still struggle with the bitchy versus driven, quite honestly. But what I realize is that, and I honestly, even during that review, I did not believe what that lady was telling me. I kept on thinking, well, I do my damn job, don't I? And the answer was also always yes. I didn't get it. And so the moment that I got it came some months after. So our team decided that we're going to go out to lunch, right? So everybody's getting their lunch. All the girls are getting their lunch, and, we're getting their purses and stuff like that. And I had a couple more things I needed to do. And as soon as I finished those things, I look up and everybody's gone. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to look for people. Bottom line is, those people left me. They went to lunch without me. I was a freaking afterthought. And you know why? Because people didn't like me. And I'm not saying that you should look for acceptance in people. But if relationships is how we navigate through life, you have to make certain that you have healthy relationships with people that you work alongside, and also people that report up to you. And it wasn't until I got left at lunch that I realized that, damn, these people hate me. They were very polite to me. And that's the thing. I thought I was in my very first corporate America type work environment. They were super nice and super concerned and sympathetic to me. But at the end of the day, when it came time to go to lunch and they were looking for people, they were gathering everybody, I wasn't missed. At the worst, they left me on purpose. But I think that's really not the worst. The worst is that I was forgotten. And when you bring that bitchiness to the boardroom, even when you're in charge, it leaves people with an almost an inability to want to have an innate desire to work with you. You want to, in my opinion, you want to have a relationship with someone to the point where they will go to war with you. And not because I think we as women, because we're so fiercely independent and we birth the world, we naturally, and we have to go head to head against men, so we have a natural ability to be very, very harsh because we have to take care of ourselves. I get it. But at the end of the day, if no one wants to take a bullet for you and they have to think twice about it, then there's a problem there. And I don't want to just be picked for my talent. I don't want to just be remembered when it's time to work. I want to be remembered when my children and my children's children need favor. I want to be remembered when someone thinks of something outside of work and they say, Kim, I'm going to drop this bottle of wine off to you. I had extra. It's those relationships. It's the meeting before the meeting. It's the social environments that really open up windows and open up extra opportunity and blessing, not just for you, but also to your legacy. And I'm just periscoping to just say that I am a witness to the fact that at some point in time, you have to figure out how to smartly parlay your bitchiness into a way that is palatable, but still gets the job done, and it doesn't take away or distract from your being driven. And I believe that my mom always says there's a way to do everything, and there is a way to do everything. And my recent example, which is what made me scope, is I am in the middle of a redesign of Speed Beautiful, and I'm working with a designer. And she's giving me deadlines. I try to let people give me their own deadlines instead of me giving them deadlines because they're more likely to abide by them. So I asked her for her own deadlines for my website that I'm paying her for. And she's missed every single deadline. Every deadline. And when I tell you I want to effing spit fire, it's a really sore spot for me. And it really, really knocks on the door of my bitchiness, my former bitchiness. But I know in my heart that, this is not the way life, I can't navigate through life, running over people. And if I want to end the relationship, I need to finish strong, right? So I talked to my husband about it. My husband is my therapist, for y'all don't know. I mean, he's not a licensed therapist, but I talked to him about everything. He's really smart and really balanced, and he has more sense than I do. More common sense than I do. Not Speed Beautiful sense. So anyway, I talked to him about it, and he said, just give her some time. Give her some time. Give her some time. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what type of damn time you need? You got my damn money. I didn't need to give you. I didn't need to give you time to give you a check for the work. What the hell you need damn time for? And that's what I'm thinking in my mind. That's my inner bitchy coming out. Like, bitch, I gave you the money. Give me my shit. But, give me some hearts if you can am I out there by myself? Y'all just staring at Periscope. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Coffee. Who else is on? Right. I'm here. Because I missed y'all at the beginning. I try, unlike most people, I don't like to wait until a whole bunch of people get in the room. Number one, because ain't a whole bunch of people following me. But number two, because I have a light case of ADD and I hate sitting through all the introductions. Hey, Cough. Hey, Chef and Pearls. I'm not by myself. Okay, who else is in here? I got 6 people, 6 whole people. But anyway, so with the situation with the developer, I did have to take a step back, and it was very uncomfortable, and give her some time, because we all go through stuff, right? Oh, no problem. Hey, Tanisha. So my lessons learned here is that I'm not where I'd like to be. I'm surely not the girl from 12 years ago that was getting left for lunch, right? I'm not that girl, but I still lack patience. You know, when I'm driven and passionate about something, and the person's passion especially if I'm paying them, they don't match mine, I really, really write them off quickly. And, oh, thanks, girl. How you doing? I got my pearls. Thanks, Coffee. She said, you look amazing, though. So what I learned with this situation is that I shouldn't write people off so quickly. And I really have to be more patient. You know, I really have to be more patient. And I took a look at her mock-up today. She sent me a mock-up for my website, and it is absolutely amazing. Amazing. It is. My mock-up is on par with Edmunds.com. A mock-up is an example of what the website will look like. My mock-up is on par with Edmunds.com and Autotrader.com, all the other sites that give car reviews and present car information. And that's my goal, right, for my company. And I looked at it and I was like, I was about to fire her because she couldn't make timelines. And in the moment, it made sense. But in retrospect, I'm like, I would have really lost some good talent. And I just hope that you guys she may have been slow out of the gate. Sometimes you can't put time on perfection. No, you can't put time on perfection, but when I have deliverables that I owe a manufacturer, or I've already had conversations about things with larger entities. Like, for instance, I told Toyota, Lexus, and Ford, we are carrying Hispanic content now. And then my Hispanic content girl dropped off the face of this earth. You know, even though she may be taking time to be perfect, I don't have my business cannot withstand the negative impact that can be made with these larger brands. Hey, Chef and Pearls again. I can't afford for my family to miss out on something good because you effed up. And so it's hard for me to determine which situations those are. Coffee. Because you're right. Sometimes perfection does take time. And it's really, managing people's personalities, because now I know that she has an issue with time. I'm not going to put anything that's time sensitive in her queue. I'm not going to talk about anything having to do with my web development to a major brand, because she might screw me over. I'm looking like Bobo the Fool, which is how I'm looking with this. If anybody knows any Hispanic content creators, let me know. But yeah, I went ahead and did a press release for Hispanic content and multi-diversity. Good interview question would be, what is your work style? I did not ask her that. You're absolutely right, Tanisha. I should have asked her what her work style was. I was so focused on her design aesthetic for the website that I did not do any type of behavioral interviewing with her. And that's a good point. When people are doing work for you, you should add an element of behavioral interviewing. It shouldn't be just all about the task. I asked her a lot of task-oriented questions. But anyway, so, hey, y'all. Did y'all forget about my hearts? Heart. So that's all I have. I just kind of wanted to kind of scope about my journey from going bitchy to driven. And I would encourage you to examine your personal life and your relationships and see if there's any way you can turn some of those relationships From a bitchy to love your pearls. Oh, that means a lot coming from you, Chef and Pearls. I'm walking around my house now. I would encourage all of us independent women who, you know, and you know what, another thing that makes you bitchy, having to do it all, you know, I do have a couple different, you know, things going on with me. My husband, I don't know if you guys know that my husband, you know, went through cancer this summer. I mean, it's just so much crap going on in our worlds, and what we don't need is somebody telling them they can't get their damn job done. You know, when you're paying them, you know, and so you feel justified in cussing their asses out. Maybe I do, but I don't. In my mind, I'm cussing them out, but I know that it's not the right thing to do. But you're thinking, what? I mean, I got 5 kids. Or I got 3 kids. I got, you know, give me some hearts if you understand. Or I'm going through a divorce. What excuse do you have? You know, what excuse do you have to not perform? And why should I give you a break when my bills don't give me a break? When the people that need things from me don't give me a break? Why should I? And the answer to that is grace, you know. And I have to, I pray that I get to a point where I don't have to always remind myself to give people grace, you know. But I'm not there yet. But I certainly ain't the chick getting left at the table for lunch anymore. I learned my lesson. Working hard and being driven isn't enough if people don't like your ass. That's all I got, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Love y'all. Thanks for joining me. All right. Bye-bye.